This is something that's so simple, but also so effective, and can be used on pretty much every possession that you have the ball. And all it is lifting both feet off the ground. It's that simple. I'll break down why this works so well and how you can apply it into your game. Taking 2 feet off the ground is so valuable because you have so many options out of it. Since both feet are in the air, neither foot is locked into a certain space on the floor. So when you come down, you can generally explode out of it, change direction, step back or to the side, shoot, really whatever you want. And this what we call lift is perfect because it gives you an extra millisecond to read that defender. For example, if you catch the ball in stride here, you've got to make a split-second decision because you're already sprinting forward. But notice how Steph catches in the air, and he's using that time with both feet off the ground to read the defender. So when he hits the ground, he's already made a decision and he's out. Or like here, he's trying to wait for an opening, but he can easily decelerate out of that 2-foot lift if he doesn't see anything at first. And it's the same thing off the dribble. Kemba's using this time when his feet are off the ground to read his defender's momentum. So when he hits the ground, he has options, but he's ready to explode out of it downhill. Now in this situation, watch how it slows the game down. He picks up both feet off the ground to slow down. You can't go anywhere without a foot on the ground, so lifting both feet off the ground inherently slows you down. So he's reading his trailing defender, the roller and his man, the weak side, and then he hits the ground in a good position to pop out of it and get downhill. Then here, in the same situation with that trailing defender, he ends up overplaying it and he's able to snatch it back. It's all about options here. The lift is also valuable because it engages that stretch shortening cycle. In simpler terms, by landing from a short height off the ground, among other effects, your Achilles is stored with elastic energy, which you can use to explode out of there quicker than if you didn't drop it all. And this just feels more explosive too, it makes sense. Which is why many of the quickest players just do this naturally without thinking about it. Now keep in mind that if you do this, it doesn't have to be a huge jump off the ground. You're not really jumping into the air, and many times it can just be a lift up onto the toes. Luka does this really well, but again, everyone does it differently. Some may lift up a bit higher than others, so it's what works for you in that situation. This also helps reposition your feet in optimal positions. Like here, both of Levine's feet are floating in the air. Then as he lands, he's into that negative step with the right foot that can get him moving forward. Or even off the catch, as Murray uses a little lift to get into this perfect acceleration position. Also, it can help you position your feet wide in an optimal position to work out of. Going from narrow, lifting up, to wide. Like when we're in a relaxed, chill dribble, we're generally pretty narrow with our feet. Lifting both feet off the ground as we drop into an explosive dribble can give us the opportunity to get wide with our feet, lowering our center of mass and putting us in a better position to push out of it. So these, among others, are huge benefits to just lifting your feet slightly off the ground. It almost seems too simple, but if you don't do this already, try it out before you get on the court next time. See if it works. Not every player does it a ton, but it puts you in a really good position to have options. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure to follow me on Instagram at ByAnyMeansBasketball for a lot more.